Welcome everyone back to the Smoker Fire Show. I am your host, Jack Alexander. Alongside me, as always, is Owen Colshaw Klein, and we also have Alex Bean Walters, as always. And for the first time ever, I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble saying that last name. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't ask you before we recorded. Santino, do you want me to try?
Try it. I want to hear it.
Okay. Mayoni.
That's you got it. Yep.
Which one?
Yeah, you got it.
Look at that.
Mayoni. Okay, here we go.
And let me tell you, in the amount of times you just met me now in high school, my faculty knew me for 4 years, and it was Malone, Mayone.
Malone. There's no L.
Yeah.
Anything but.
I don't know. Bottom line is, you know how to pronounce it.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. That's good to hear. So essentially, the first and really only question of this episode, and I'll start with you, Santino. Is this the greatest NBA team ever put together?
Yeah.
It will be once they win 75 plus games, which they're going to. This Oklahoma City Thunder squad is. When you look at the 26 games in, 24-2, it just took Wemby coming back from injury for them to barely lose to San Antonio. They're 24-2 right now through 26 games. The best net rating prior to this season was that Chicago Bulls team that won 73 games. It was about like a plus 13.6 around there. Don't quote me. It's not exact.
Really?
It's around there.
Really, the Warriors team that won. The Warriors team, the 2016 Warriors, weren't better statistically. Really?
They
Wow!
Had like a plus 11, plus 12.
Okay.
They were not better than Chicago's. It wouldn't matter regardless. The
Yeah.
Thunder's net rating right now is plus 16.4. They are destroying teams when they've only lost 2. When they win, they're dominating so badly Shea doesn't have to play in the fourth quarter. That's how good this team is. Jalen Williams, their second best player, has missed over half the games. They've had injuries up and down their lineup. The starting lineup hasn't played together in outside of maybe like 2 or 3 games. I haven't even gotten into the offensive rating, the defensive rating. This is arguably the greatest defensive team we've ever seen in terms of how low they hold their opponents to when it comes to scoring. I can't say it yet because the season's not over. They haven't won the title, but I will I'll just say it's fact right now. They're going to win 75 plus games and they're going to win back-to-back titles. Shea's probably going to win MVP again. This is going to go down by the end of the year as the greatest team ever.
I would say that's not crazy because it's on a very small sample size of 80 possessions that you've had Shea, Kaysen, Lou Dort, J-Dub, and Chet on the court together, and they have a point differential of 42.6.
Dude, it's
absurd.
Dude, AJ Mitchell's become like was their second best player for like half the season, and they're like they can't lose.
And here's another one of those stats that you were kind of saying with like the what were you saying, like the point differential and whatnot. The league average is 114 points per possession defensively, right? They hold everyone to 114 points per 100 possessions. Relative rating for the Oklahoma City Thunder is negative 9.6 per possession. Negative 9.6 per possession, on pace to be the greatest defensive season in the modern NBA era. The second best, if we're calling the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2026 the best, the second best, and keep in mind, this is relative defensive rating. So this is in comparison to everyone else in that specific season. Mm-hmm. The best outside of this season for the Thunder is the 04 Spurs, and they were at negative 8.8. And now we're looking at a 0.8 jump to this team. And again, like you were saying, their like defensive star in Jalen Williams has played like 3 or 4 games so far this season.
I think it's a little more than that, but regardless, they've played 26. He hasn't even played double digits, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just
I saw a clip the other day. I was watching First Take, and Stephen A., as elaborative as he is, he made a good point. It's like there's 2 things that can stop the Thunder: is if the injury starts to legitimately mount, aside from maybe J-Dub or those guys being in and out of the lineup, or boredom. They could straight up just be like, as funny as that sounds, like they could straight up. It's unlikely. I doubt they would because they'll get to a point where they'll be like, "Holy shit, we're chasing history." They'll be like, "We're bored. Like we're sick of drilling. We're sick of drilling the Pistons or the Rockets by 30 every night. Like we need some comp." You know what I mean? Like not that it would happen, but it's something interesting to think about. You know what I mean?
And the thing with this squad is when you, as much as people clown on them, and Jack being Owen, you know that they get clowned on this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The barking in the post game, the doing it as a team, all this stuff. This is a team that you've seen teams get complacent. This is a squad that's not going to happen with them.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't say it for sure, but when you look at just the eye test of what you're given. And again, Shea gets hate all the time. I think to an extent that's very unnecessary. He's a phenomenal player, top 3, top 4 in the NBA right now. And I think that his leadership and the culture that him, along with Mark Dayton, have instilled within this squad is something we haven't seen in a long time. And the closeness, the camaraderie, like Shea says, everything he does is consistent. Everything the team does is consistent. So at this point,
It's true. It's true.
It is, though. I don't see this team getting bored. And another defensive stat, just based on this season alone, defensive rating right now, the Thunder have an 103.4 defensive rating. The next highest is the Detroit Pistons at 111.2. They have an 8-point defensive rating better than the next team in the NBA. It's not even it's nothing is comparable. Nobody in this league is comparable to what the Thunder are doing. In the Western Conference, a lot of good teams, right? It is the Thunder, and everybody else is down here below my table. It's not even close.
Cleaning the Glass projected the 2016 Warriors when they were 24-0, and they projected that team to win 72.9 wins. Now we can look at this Oklahoma City Thunder roster. What did they project? The Oklahoma City Thunder, how many wins did they project? 74.2. I'm not trying to compare like Stephen Curry to SGA. I think I have my own opinions on that. If you can look at the background of my setup here. But as far as a roster construction as a whole, this isn't an SGA type of thing. SGA is, I want to say even better than Kobe at his peak. We're looking into those types of conversations, but regardless, just a Sam Presti.
That one.
I'm sorry, Owen.
No.
I know you were saying that Anthony Edwards is better than SGA like a year ago.
No.
That's
not it. That's not it. It's just it's insane. SGA's been a member of the Thunder for what? When was the PG trade? 2021?
2019.
2019? Yeah, he's been a member of the Thunder for 6 years, and he's getting compared to Kobe, who was a Laker for 20. It's ridiculous.
Because he's the closest thing that we've ever had to.
Yeah,
I think he's better than Kobe. I personally think he's better than Kobe. I'm sorry.
And that's not ridiculous. Like I'm not even mad at that. It's just crazy that he's in his prime now and now getting comparisons to Kobe.
Now I want to back up Owen for a second here before you go, Santino. I want to back him up for a second because I kind of misspoke a little bit. I didn't say that he didn't say that Anthony Edwards was better than SGA. We had an episode with Mojo 99 where we were comparing Anthony Edwards and SGA and like who do we want moving forward, and he said Anthony Edwards. And we kind of compared SGA at 23 and Anthony Edwards at 23. That's more of an argument because you look at the numbers in comparison. I mean, Anthony Edwards at 23 is just a better player. It's just a matter of is he going to get to that next level where SGA is. We just don't know yet.
No.
That's fair. I do think Jack better than Kobe. And listen, I've done videos with. There was actually the House of Highlights Clash. Videos that keep getting done. I was part of the Kobe hater video.
Oh yeah.
Because I do believe that Kobe is borderline top 10 towards the bottom. I'm not one of these proponents that says Kobe's top 3. I'm not one of these guys. But you can't put SGA up there yet.
Okay.
He is on the trajectory to
Yes.
be there 100%. He just had arguably a top 3 season by a guard ever last season. That was arguably a top 3. People try to say it's better than 2016 Steph. I think you're absolutely out of your mind. It's not better than 2016 Stephen Curry. Unanimous MVP for a reason. However, it's right up there with Jordan's top season, Steph, and then it's SGA. What he did in the playoffs was incredible.
It's ridiculous.
But I want to see him do it over an elongated stretch.
Yes.
Steph did it in 2016, 2015, and then came back again and won in 2020 after people were writing that team off. We haven't seen SGA have to go through that, I guess, elongated story arc in that stretch of time. That I want to see first before we put him in that.
Okay,
He's great.
let me
but-
ask you this then: peak for peak, SGA or Kobe? Peak for peak, one season
Kobe.
only.
Okay, what's Kobe? We're talking about Kobe's peak being like the 35 points per game that he averaged that year.
Sure.
Is that his peak, or what? Like, or is it based on what I think his peak
What
is?
would it be?
Or we
06?
determine it together?
Am I mistaken? 06?
I feel like probably
So
okay.
06,
Keep in mind-
yeah, 05, 06.
Came in third and fourth MVP that year, but we're not going to talk about that. Steve Nash,
I
my
think that's a little
ass.
disrespect. I think we can all establish that was he got disrespected in terms of that. Peak SG. My thing is, have we even seen peak SGA yet? Like
No.
this is his peak right
No.
now. Could he get? But so I can't. So then I can't answer the question.
Well, I mean, you could.
Yeah, it's-
You're just saying SGA
Yeah.
could end up being at the MJ level.
Jack,
You know what I mean?
it's kind of
Maybe
like
I'm answering the question. Maybe I'm answering the question without answering the question.
The answer is yes.
Low-key.
Yeah.
I get,
But you're saying all time.
maybe.
I get that. All time, you can't put him over Kobe, obviously. Sure, let's do that. 27-year-old Shea versus
If you want to do
27-year-old
that, then
Kobe.
that's probably the most realistic thing we can
Is
do.
he 27 right now?
Yes,
Okay.
they're both 20. Well, they're not both 27, but he is 27. And
Shea. Yeah, I'm talking about Shea.
Rest in
You want
peace,
me to go
Mamba.
first, or who wants to take this?
Well, Bean, I'm assuming you were gonna put out some numbers here.
I've got the numbers right here. Hold on, I had to pull up Shay's.
Okay.
So, where do we all want to start? What do we want to consider the most important here?
I feel like championships, right? Or like chips. I think would have to go first, and then go from there, maybe.
Well, we're
So you-
comparing 27-year-old Shea versus 27-year-old Kobe. So
Okay,
stat for stat.
Stat for stat. Okay, so 27-year-old Shea averaging 32. Let me move this out of the way. So
Good
37-year-old Shea is averaging 32.4.
Keep in mind,
with
he's not
six-
playing fourth quarters for like half of the games.
So he's averaging 33 minutes per game. We also got to remember now, though, that Kobe at 27 was, if I'm not mistaken, that team sucked. That was the team right before Powell got there. That was the year that he averaged 35 and they barely did shit. So yeah, there's about an 8-minute differential there. Kobe averaged 35, 5 and 4 to Shea's. I gotta figure this out. To Shea's 32, 4 and 6.
Okay.
Or 32, 4 and 6.
You can round it up to 5, probably 5 rebounds.
Yeah, it's total rebounds is at 5.
Listen,
yeah.
you know what, Jack? Whoever edits the shorts can make it later. I'm taking peak. I'm taking 27-year-old Shea over 27-year-old Kobe.
Give me Kobe.
I'm taking this Thunder team is the best team ever, and I'm taking 27-year-old Shea over 27.
Yeah, because I mean, we're looking at these numbers here with SGA, and we're seeing 32 points a game, 5 rebounds. Would you say 6.5 assists a game? And again, half of the games that he's playing, he's not even playing the fourth quarter.
And SGA's team is better, and he's still doing this. He's still putting up
Exactly.
those numbers, those points, with more scoring and more better players than Kobe had.
That's the context right there.
Okay, but you
And
got to
Shea's
think
more
if we're going to
efficient
put it
and
into that context,
Shea-
we're in a completely higher scoring era this year. Like the scoring at this point is so much higher. So of course Shea is going to be doing the points more, and then you got to think about the fact that Kobe Bryant. I'm just going to defend my legend here. He is playing in an era where there is little to no spacing whatsoever. It was the dead ball era, so it was just give Kobe the ball and let him go because there ain't nobody else on this team that we're going to have take a single shot.
Then let's talk.
I mean,
let's talk percentages then. Let's talk field goal
Because,
percentage.
okay,
Well,
this
we
is a
know
team that
SGA
had
is
Kobe
more-
Bryant, Lamar Odom. The third
point.
highest scorer on this Lakers team was Smush Parker.
Which is exactly my point, that the numbers for Kobe can the dead ball era. I give you that point. Your point you're making right now defends Jack and I, because Kobe didn't have anybody to do anything else. So of course he's going to score more.
Yeah, Bean, that's literally, I'm with them because SGA is doing all this on one of the most loaded teams we've ever seen in the last
He's still putting up 32.
25 years.
You know it's bad when
He is
Owen
great.
is agreeing with me. You know
Yeah.
it's really bad.
Kobe, I had to hear the dead ball era, and then I had to realize what team Kobe was playing on. He had Pau Gasol,
not yet at
Gasol,
that
and,
point.
yeah, like all of that, right? So yeah, it's just the fact that he's doing this on the most loaded team ever. That's all you have to say to somebody, and there's no
You're saying
argument.
the team-
It's 33 minutes a game.
This year,
That's it.
let's make it clear though. There is a big difference in scoring. The Lakers averaged 99 points per game this season.
a big
99
difference.
compared to 123. There is nearly a 30-point differential in what teams were averaging this year.
How many minutes per game did he play?
Kobe
Yeah.
averaged 41.
Yes, we're talking 8 minutes here as well.
8 minutes and only a 2-point difference.
Yeah.
It's a complete. We can't sit here though and compare this and like be like, well, he didn't. It's yes, the point differential is there, the 8 minutes is there, but it is a completely different era. Shea gets the luxury of dealing with modern day spacing, and as somebody who doesn't shoot the ball from three like
He's a driver,
Kobe did,
yeah.
he has the ability to have Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Chet, who can space the floor, J-Dub, who can space the floor. There's no congestion here. Kobe was playing with, again, Lamar Odom, Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Devian George, Luke. No one on this team can shoot threes.
Okay,
He's
can we
got
at least
small hands.
Can we at least all agree that SGA is on the same tier as prime Kobe Bryant as we speak?
I can agree on that. I'm just
Yeah.
going to ride for my boy here.
Listen, I think honestly, I wanted, because I've already said it multiple times, and I'll say it again for the viewers. They're going to set the win record. Do you guys agree with that? Are they going to win at least, or let's say this, win at least 75 games? Because I think they're going to win 75 plus.
Yeah, I don't think it's that ridiculous. Or I feel like it'll be one of those things where they'll be sitting at 73 coming in the last week of the season, needing to win one game
That's
to break
what
the
I'm
record or
saying.
something.
It's
Something like that.
Very
Yeah.
possible. It's like one of those things that the odds are obviously in their favor. But
Bean,
man,
I need a yes or no, Bean. A yes or no.
yes, I think they're going to do it. It's going to be
There we
close,
go.
but they're going to
That's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
Okay, I'm a Warriors
Oh,
fan.
you guys want to know
can't
what's
make
even
me
worse
say
about
this.
this?
You can't make
You guys want to know what's
I'm a
even
Warriors
worse
fan.
about this?
What?
They
did
just
lose to Vic on
lost-
a 20-minute restriction, though.
They just lost the cup game to the Spurs. Their next opponent is the team that gifted them their top pick next year. They get the Clippers off a cup loss.
Such a
Win.
blowout. Out of
Hold on.
all the
Oh
teams
my
that you're going
God.
to want to beat, you're going to want to beat them.
Yeah, OKC is going to win by 40.
Jack, you just sat here and said, "Oh, don't make me do this." No, you're the host. I'm making you do this. Are the Thunder going to win 75 plus games? I need an answer from everybody here. And now he's
Yes.
pulling.
If
The answer
this
is yes.
73-9 gets broken, which I do think it will, we're not saying it's because of SGA. We're saying it because of Sam Presti.
it's a-
Can we do that?
It's a team thing. Entirely. It's a team thing.
Yes,
I mean,
100%.
Yeah, Sam Presti. Sam Presti's the greatest chess master general manager I've ever seen in my entire life, dude.
We're not going to say
They're going to
he
beat
took-
it. I don't think they're going to get 75. I'm going to guess 74 here.
I don't know. 75 might. It seems
75
likely.
isn't ridiculous, but again, I mean, Warriors started off 24-0. Like they won 24 straight, and then they still end up losing 9 games. So I mean, we got to think like there's going to be injuries that happen, and at some point when they only have 7 losses, the teams that they're going to be going up against know that they have only 7 losses, and they're going to play. I get it. It's just like they're going to play their heart out, but they're going to really try to beat this team out of any team.
If
Teams
you're
are
not
already trying and they can't
already
do it.
doing that against the defending champions and the favorites for
saying.
this year's championship, then every team every GM,
Okay.
every coach, every player deserves to be fired from all 29 other
When
teams.
the Bucks beat the Warriors when they were 24-0, they went to Milwaukee and they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. That crowd cheered like they just won a championship. Like these are teams that are going to try to beat this team when it gets to the end of the season and they are like coming up on that record. People are going to like fight tooth and nail to beat this team, even if it means
guess
injuring
what?
someone. I guarantee you something
Guess
like that's
what?
going to happen.
You can try all you want.
Oh, sure.
Doesn't mean you're going to be successful, and they're not going to be successful.
I agree.
And you're talking about injuries. They've already been hurt the whole damn year, and it doesn't matter.
They're too young, dude.
Roster.
Oh, they're
I mean,
too young,
honestly-
too. Like they have so much energy.
Yeah,
Shea's only,
honestly,
he's only doing 33 minutes a game, dude. What happens when he's going to start playing 40 minutes a game?
When he has
Yes.
to, and when he has to, and he's going to do it because he's so fresh.
Y'all,
'cause he's gonna play
y'all think the
third quarter.
Warriors were the Warriors were the Dark Ages? We're entering the Dark Ages right now. This is
yeah,
what's happening.
you want to know what's really
yeah,
funny?
They have 5 first-round picks coming in for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clippers. Thank you, Clippers.
Oh, the Thunder are about to draft AJ DeBanza. Can we wrap our head around this?
They've traded
They're
up,
about to
too.
have-
No, we're not.
Even if-
They're not. They're not.
Cam Boozer's going to look really. Cam
have
Boozer's
3
going to look
first-round
really
picks
good in the
this year.
Thunder uniform, isn't he?
Dude, whoever it is, they're going to get Cam Boozer, AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson, whoever you want to pick from that's in college right now. They're going to have SGA, J-Dub, Chet, DeBanza at the 3, and then Isaiah at the 5.
No.
And they've traded up
And you
before.
put-
Keep in mind, like they traded up to get AJ Mitchell. I know there was another guy that they traded up like 3 first-round picks to get to. If they're at number 5, they're going to trade 5 first-round picks to get that number 1 slot.